I was listening to this guy, he's a guru. He's very famous in the whole world. I don't want to say his name because I don't like to put people down. Because I didn't like what he said in one of his videos. You see, he does video on YouTube and he has like millions of followers. So he said these words, Sandra. Listen to what he says. He said that the one who believes and the one who doesn't believe is in the same boat. In other words, it doesn't matter if you believe or you don't believe, you have the same condition in life, Because he's saying that the people who actually believe in God, it's more like an insurance, You believe because you don't want to pay for something wrong that you did. So if you believe, you are insured. That's what he's saying. And I said, how can he say this thing, He's telling people that it doesn't matter, and he's giving people doubts, actually, say, don't believe, you believe it, whatever, And, but that's so wrong, because my belief is not an insurance. It might be an insurance in one point, but who cares about that? But I'm not believing because so I won't get punished. It's beautiful to believe, like all the story you heard that I just told you, it made me so happy all the time when I believe. So it's not about being punished, it's about being loved by someone. So that's why I chose to believe. And I'm sure that a lot of believers believe like I do, Not because, they want to make sure that they're not going to be punished one day. I mean, there is those kind of believers as well. I don't deny that, But that's the wrong type of believers, So it doesn't make a difference because, if you don't believe, who are you going to thank one day, when something beautiful happened to you? You have to thank the person for doing something for you, or maybe just thanking yourself. But what about when something happened to you and there is no one around? Then who are you going to thank if you don't believe, And also, if you have a terrible pain that you're going through, if like it happened a lot of times to everyone, sooner or later, you're going to suffer greatly, And at that point, who is going to comfort you, This guru? Is this guru going to come and see you and say, oh, here I am, I love you? He's not going to be there probably. And plus, if these are the things he tells you, you're not going to have hope in a God because he destroyed already that there is a God, So, but he doesn't say it like I'm saying now in the video. The way he says it, he says with such nice words, He will tell you so eloquently that you don't even know that that's what he's telling you. And you actually say, oh, wow, what a nice thing he's telling me, until you find yourself in the situation, and then that philosophy is not enough to give you hope and comfort. I know that because I've been in those situations. When I felt completely hopeless, the pain almost killed me. And the only things I knew that could help me was the God that has never let me down. He has always given me the answer, and always transformed this pain into joy. And that's what happened in my other videos. I have other videos of my divorce with my ex-wife, that I felt that I was going to die at one point, but I came out better than before. So I explain in those videos how faith is important to overcome any situation in life. Without faith, it's very difficult. I mean, you can try, you can do whatever you like, but So, but I believe that you cannot convince people to believe that there is something. Like with me, it was always there in my heart. I try to deny it sometimes, but I will listen all the time that I couldn't fight it. It's like fighting something that you cannot be sure of. So why would you fight it if you're not sure of it? You know, if you're not sure that there is a God, then why don't uncover? Why don't try to discover if there is or not? You know, by asking, asking the right questions. You know, people usually write the wrong questions. You know, it's like I meet people tell me like this, Joseph, if there is God, why does it allow this? Why does it allow that? You know? In other words, it's like they telling God what to do, as if there is the opposite, you know, it's like they are the boss and God is supposed to, you know what I mean? It's like God's supposed to do what they ask him to do. I mean, it's like, God doesn't owe us nothing. So it's the opposite, you know. We should be so humble when we approach, this, this question, you know. If you want to know something, sure, there is nothing wrong to want to know something, but be humble about it, you know. So, as if you actually really want to know, and not just like to prove that, you're right and God is wrong, like blaming someone that is not for something that is usually your fault or other people's faults, and with blaming God for it, you know. So, what I'm trying to say is that we will never find answer with this attitude. At least the attitude of people change, and they really care and ask forgiveness. Because we need to ask forgiveness as well. It's like, people think that we have done nothing wrong in life and everything we have done is just like part of our experience. In a way, it is so. But in the other hand, it's, you know how it is when people hurt you and they do something bad to you. You want them to apologize to you. Otherwise, you don't want to be their friend, If you feel like they're going to do this over and over, you realize, and you are just a human being, that an apology is necessary at one point. So why won't you do the same with God? Apologize to Him, for the things you have failed, you come short. And then it's over. Once you do that, you're friend with God, you become friend. But as long as you deny that there is anything wrong with you, then this is proof, that there is something really wrong, because, the root of sin is pride. So if you think you don't have nothing to apologize, then pride is the very root of what's wrong with you. So everyone has something to confess, and there is nothing wrong to confess. Is to be honest, So, and once you are honest, then you'll be cleansed, You've been made pure. So, yeah, that's what is it, So probably I'm forgetting other stories. I know there is other things that happen in my life, but I think this is good enough for now. And if there is before I close the video, if there is anything you want to say, any question, could be.
Yeah, I really appreciate your attitude and so on. I think you are very happy being you have this face.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yes, I think you are very happy being to have it, because not many people are able to have it and to grasp it. So
Yes.
keep on
Thank you,
going.
Sandra. I wish a lot of happiness to you too, Sam.
Thank you.
I know I called you to do this video because I really trust you. It's like, when you share something so deep and personal,
Yeah.
you want to be close to someone who can relate to this experience. So, because sometimes I cannot talk with some people, and probably you feel the same. With some people, you can just be yourself, and you feel like you can tell anything. So I made a good choice. I feel like to ask you to
Thank
come.
you for trusting me.
Okay. So yeah, thank you. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah.